Okay, next question, find dy dx a derivative for y equals to 2 cos x all over square root of ln y minus 3 over x. So to find the derivative for the typical problems like this, I think it is better to use implicit differentiation techniques, because we can see when you multiply this to the, when you move these terms under the square root to the left hand side, we have a combination of y and x at the same time. You multiply them together. Okay, so in that situation we will have to apply implicit differentiation approach or techniques. Okay, so in the first step, okay, we have a square root here. We have to get rid of that, okay, by taking the square on both sides, on the left hand side and on the right, everything on the right hand side. Okay, so the first step, let's say take, okay, the square of both, okay, left hand side and right hand side. So in other words, the equation become, therefore the equation become y square equals to, so 2 become 4 times cos square x, everything, yeah, all over, only leave behind the ln y minus 3 over x. So now we can move things, yeah, from the bottom to up there. Okay, then it will become y square times, okay, y square times, ln y, just leave it like that, ln y minus 3 over x, okay, equals to 4 cos square x. So let's proceed with the multiplication on all the component, all the elements. So we have y square times ln y, okay, minus y square, okay, 3y square over x equals to 4 cos x square. So as you can see here, we have a multiplication, okay, and here we have a multiplication, and therefore we have to apply a product rule in there, and then in here we have a quotient rule, okay, 3y square minus divided by x. So the plan was to take the derivative using implicit differentiation. So we have to take the derivative. If you take the derivative, you have to take the derivative on both sides. Okay, take derivative on both sides. So we will end up with the derivative of with respect to x, because we will try to get, y square ln y, okay, minus the derivative of with respect to x, 3y square over x equals to the derivative of with respect to x, 4 cos square x. Okay, so as mentioned, so the first term here is a product rule, so we have to apply product rule accordingly, one by one. Use the rule for multiplication, okay, of differentiation, in order to get the differentiation or derivative of this. So it's up to you. You can take the derivative of the first term or the second term, it's up to you, and then plus or plus the derivative of the second term and time the first term and so on. So I like to take let's say we take the derivative of the second term first, okay, and then multiply by the first term. Okay, so the derivative of the second term here is, will be 1 over y times dy dx, because this is with respect to x. So we maintain the first term, which is y squared times 1 over y, don't forget to include dy dx, meaning the derivative of inside the y, which is dy dx. Now we plus, still in the product rule, okay, take the derivative of the first term, which is 2y, okay, 2y, don't forget to multiply by dy dx, okay, and then ln y. So the derivative of the first term is 2y, don't forget to include dy dx, times ln y. So that, if you like, okay, is the implicit differentiation, okay, of the terms highlighted in yellow. Okay, now we proceed with the second part. So the first yellow part here is basically a product rule. Okay, just like here, just mentioned already, product rule. Okay, now this is a quotient rule. So I don't know if you remember quotient rule. Okay, they take the everything. Okay, this is u and then this is v, so become v square. Okay, the quotient rule is, if you like, a remembrance. Okay, du dy dx basically. I don't know, we usually express it in terms of u and v. Okay, is v square, okay, v times du with respect to x, okay, minus u with respect to dv times dx. So this become our u and then x become our v, if you like. Okay, so let's apply this formula to get the derivative of this term. Okay, but don't forget we have to multiply by dy dx for this term, for this term, yeah? So we have the derivative of okay, let's get v first. V was x, okay, all over v square, in other words x square, okay, v time du dx, this is our u, okay, so derivative of du dx is 6 dy dx, don't forget dy dx, so this is 6 dy dx, yeah, that's it, 6 times y times dy dx, okay, 6y times dy dx, if you like. Okay, negative or minus u, remember that's our u, is 3y square multiplied by dv dx, the derivative of, this is our v, derivative of x is simply 1. So let me just again highlight it, everything here, okay, is basically expanded into the quotient rule. So this is a quotient rule. I don't know what to write this, but it goes there basically. Okay, quotient rule. Okay, this whole things equals to, unfortunately I don't have enough space, let me just write down below it. Okay, the derivative of 4 cos square x with respect to x is simply 8, yeah? 8 times the derivative of cos x is sin x. Okay, so for the one, the derivative of 4 cos square x is 4 times 2, okay, 4 times 2, okay, 4 times 2 times cos x time the derivative of cos is negative sign. Don't forget that. Okay, so the power time the coefficient raised to the power of 1, okay, time the derivative of the inside, which is the derivative of cos, is negative sign. So this will become negative 8 cos x sin x, basically. Okay, so the next step is to simplify, if you like. Okay, but before we proceed, let me just highlight it. The terms on the right hand side is equals to that part. Okay, now we're going to summarize or gather together all the dy dx, okay, from especially from the left hand side. As you can see here, we have dy dx, and then we have dy dx negative, and then we have dy dx, okay, and then all over x square. So this term in green here, we can simplify further. As you can see here, we have x and we have x squared, okay, and then maybe these things simply combine together. Okay, so I can rewrite the question on the left hand side, okay, to become on the left hand side, on the yellow term here, we're going to combine all the dy dx. Okay, we take it out basically, but take it out of the equation, and then we will or let me just think, yeah, let's just proceed with the simplification first. So we have cancellation here, so it can be cancelled with that one, and then everything else pretty much the same. So let's just write down everything that we have. So we have only y times dy dx, okay, the terms here. So one of the y is cancelled by this one, so we have y dy dx plus 2y times ln y dy dx. So just write down everything. 2y ln y dy dx, and then minus the term in the green color, okay, minus, so we cancel one of the x, okay, cancel x with that one, so we only end up with 6 over x then, okay, 6 over x times y, 6 y over x dy dx. Okay, so this is basically this one, 6 over x times y, 6y dy dx, okay, 6y over x dy dx, okay, and then simplify this further with that one. So we have oh, by the way, we have to remember this is negative times negative is positive, so the next sign is positive, okay, positive 3y square over x square. The whole thing equals to negative 8 cos x sin x. Okay, now we can combine all the dy dx, which is that one, and then that one, and then that one together. So that will become y, okay, y plus 2y ln y minus 6y over x in brackets dy dx. So that is our dy dx from the top, okay, equals to, so we're going to move these terms to the right hand side, okay, or because it's negative, let me just write down first. Oh, both of them is negative, so doesn't matter, equals to negative 8 cos x sin x, whatever, cos x sin x, negative 3y square x square. That's it. Except now we can get our solution. Okay, dy dx then equals to, well, everything in the top is negative 8 sine x cos x, negative 3y square over x square all over y plus 2y ln y minus 6y over x. That's whole thing is the dy dx of our problem. Sorry about this. Okay, so that's the answer for the whole thing.